President Donald Trump was in Saudi Arabia on Tuesday, the first leg of his three-nation visit to the Middle East this week meant to tackle multiple crises and conflicts across the region. According to Associated Press, he was welcomed by Saudi Arabia's de facto ruler, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, after Air Force One landed in Riyadh. Trump and the Crown Prince are to hold talks on U.S. efforts to dismantle Iran's nuclear program, end the war in Gaza, hold down oil prices and more. Trump is also expected to be feted by the Crown Prince with a formal dinner and a gathering of members of the Gulf Cooperation Council, made up of Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, later on Tuesday. President Donald Trump said Monday he's optimistic about Thursday's expected talks between Vladimir Putin and Volodymyr Zelensky in Istanbul on finding an endgame to Russia's war on Ukraine. According to Associated Press, Trump, who is expected to be in Qatar and the United Arab Emirates on Thursday, suggested that he could make a detour to Turkey if he thinks his presence might be helpful. "If I thought it would be helpful, I don't know where I'm going to be at that particular point. I'll be someplace in the Middle East, but I would fly there if I thought it would be helpful." The president also said he's allowing white farmers from South Africa to come to the United States as refugees because of the genocide that's taking place. Trump said that in a post-apartheid South Africa that white farmers are being killed, and he plans to address the issue with South African leadership next week. Trump said he doesn't care whether the South African farmers are white or black or about their height, their weight. But at a time when the administration has sought to halt refugee admissions from many other countries undergoing political upheaval, Trump said the U.S. has essentially extended citizenship to South African farmers to escape from the violence.
A meeting between President Putin as well as President Zelensky. If President Putin doesn't show up to these talks in person in Turkey, will you join Europe in putting higher sanctions on Russia?
If I felt it would be important toward getting the deal done, I'm the one that insisted on the meeting. They couldn't get a meeting because one said ceasefire, one said no ceasefire, was going back and forth. I said, look, at this point, we got to stop it. Just go to the meeting. The meeting's been set. Go to the meeting on Thursday. And if I thought it would be helpful, I don't know where I'm going to be at that particular point. I'll be someplace in the Middle East, but I would fly there if I thought it would be helpful.
Refugees. I want to ask you about South African refugees. Dozens of Afrikaners who claim discrimination in their home country are heading to the United States, right, where your administration is going to welcome them as refugees. Now, this comes as you've halted virtually all refugee admissions for people fleeing famine and war from countries like Sudan, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Why are you creating an expedited path into the country for Afrikaners but not others?
Because they're being killed, and we don't want to see people be killed. Now, South Africa leadership is coming to see me, I understand, sometime next week. And, you know, we're supposed to have I guess a G20 meeting there or something, but we're having a G20 meeting. I don't know how we can go unless that situation's taken care of, but it's a genocide that's taking place that you people don't want to write about, but it's a terrible thing that's taking place, and farmers are being killed. They happen to be white, but whether they're white or black makes no difference to me, but white farmers are being brutally killed, and their land is being confiscated in South Africa, and the newspapers and the media, television media doesn't even talk about it. If it were the other way around, they'd talk about it. That would be the only story they'd talk about. And I don't care who they are. I don't care about their race, their color. I don't care about their height, their weight. I don't care about anything. I just know that what's happening is terrible. I have people that live in South Africa. They say it's a terrible situation taking place. So we've essentially extended citizenship to those people to escape from that violence and come here. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Who's in charge of the budget bill while you're gone, sir?
Mr. President, are you ready to impose sanctions on Russia if Putin doesn't agree with the 30-day ceasefire?
I have a feeling they're going to agree. I do. I have a feeling.
And we think other countries,
Let's see what happens.
no European countries, Mr. President.